Hi guys, as per our PE PLC today, you guys wanted me to show you how I set up the master course for PE just so you could have it for reference. So go to Tooele County School District. I like to go to Families and Students, click on Canvas for Tooele. And as you can see, I've already logged into Canvas, but that will open your login screen and you'll be able to go ahead and access courses. You can see that Semester 1 of Health has already been loaded in Semester 2. And the way that I like to do things, and I think it's a good idea, is to create a master course. This is like setting up your worksheets and getting all of your master copies ready. And so the way that I like to do that is I will click on over here, you'll see Start a New Course. And I'm going to name it PE Master Course. Private copyrighted, we don't really need to worry about it. It is public domain. Can we make the course publicly visible? We could. I'm not going to because we kind of want to keep it private. We want to give student permission. So we're going to come over here and click Create Course. You see, I have a whole bunch of stuff that is completely blank now. You can add announcements. Most people start with a home page with announcements and add modules, so you could do that. This would be like sending everybody an email. That kind of stuff. Setting a syllabus might be something useful to pop in. But for me, I like to just start with modules. And I would think a module would be our PDF files that we've already created. So I'm going to click on Create a New Module. And I went and downloaded all of our PDF files for us over in Google Drive. So I'm just going to slide my recorder over to the side of the screen. You can see I've got Google Drive here. I'm going to have to log in. I've already logged into mine already, so I made this PE Make-It Packet file. And I'm just going to look and see what the first file is. So the first file I have right there is called Badminton. So I'm going to name this first one Badminton. You can see it says Lock Until. I'm not going to click that. That would be so that your students could access it in a certain time frame for assignments. That's really not necessary. So I'm just going to click on Add Module. And now we have a module. This button right here, if I hover over it, it's going to say Publish. Leave it with this little null sign in it because right now there's no information in Badminton. But to add it, it's not too hard. So you're going to click on the plus button. And we're going to add a file. Okay? And when you click on this drop down button, you're going to see a whole bunch of different options. You can add a quiz, an assignment, a file, a page, a discussion, a text, a URL, or an external tool. Because we already have everything loaded into a Google document, we can actually grab URLs very, very easily. So I'm going to grab the URL. I'm just going to slide this reader back over here to our Badminton PDF and click on it. When I click on it, you can see these three little dots at the top of the screen. It gives you, if you hover over it, it says More Actions. Click on it, and you are going to see this Share button. Click on it, and you have this set that says anyone with a link can view. That's what we want for our students. So we're just going to click on it. You don't want to edit, you don't want it to comment because then they're going to be writing on the file. What you want is anyone with a link can view. So I'm just going to click on this copy link and click Done. And slide back over here. Click on this, hit Paste, and I'm going to write this as Badminton Reading because it's a reading file. I'm not gonna load it into a new tab. I just want it to be able to flow like a book from one next to the other. And just because I actually will indent it so that so it reads like an outline. That's just my personal preference. You don't have to do that. I'll click Add Item. And now if you want to double check it's there, you click on it. The link is active. It should upload as a window, picture-in-picture right here. Sometimes it's really, really, really slow. And so you can click on this little button right here, and you can see that now all of our Badminton meeting is ready. So not too bad, pretty fast, pretty slick, right? One of the things that you're going to run into is that you have a whole bunch of assignments. Well, how are we going to automatically grade that? How are we going to make that really, really easy? And so one of the ways I like to do that is to go back into Canvas, and I'm going to go back to the modules just by clicking Modules, and click the plus sign again. Okay, and I will come over to our PE packet, our Make It Pork packet, and scroll to the bottom. So the first assignment is this quiz right here, right? And since these are free response, I'm just going to come over and copy and paste these right into here. So we've got an assignment right here. I'm going to add an assignment, click on new assignment. The assignment name is badminton free response questions. Okay, so that just adds it to our outline. I'm going to indent it 2 levels so that they know it's an assignment and call it good. So the next assignment, that if we scroll down, is a crossword puzzle. And I talked to Kim about this, and she thought it would be a good idea to have the students type in the letters directly in here so it can auto-grade it. So to do that, I'm going to come push the button again. I'm going to add another assignment. Just let me make sure that, actually I want to do it as a quiz, so I'll automatic grade it, and I'll show that in a minute. And I'm going to name it by clicking new quiz. I'm going to click quiz name badminton crossword. And then it will be automatically graded. And click on add item. And for some reason it's been really slow. Probably because I'm doing this at home so I can record with my computer. So we'll add the item. We'll go back over here and scroll down some more and see what else is in our Google document. We have crossword puzzle. I would like your feedback on how you would want this to be done, because I really am running out of creativity of how to upload this. We could simply copy and paste it as a screenshot, add it as a file. They have to print it and upload it, would be another way. Or we can just simply make a question out of it, so, and turn it into a quiz. So I'm just going to assume that you would want them to print it and upload it. So we've got this added. Hang on a second, it's been really slow and I'm not exactly sure why. So I'm just going to pause this recording for a second while it's uploading so you don't have to watch. Alright, so I was just playing it for a second. Thanks for waiting for me. So to add the crossword, the way I would want to do that is push the plus button. I'm going to come over here and do quiz. There's some bugs right now in the quiz editor, so I'm just going to click on unnamed quiz and add item. Now here's the groupie start. I can go push drop on these 3 buttons at any time. I can click on edit, and now I can name it to badminton crossword. And then we're going to click on add 2 levels, update. And so now if you look over at our sheet, we've got all of these questions that we can type into the quiz, and then we can do something else with the crossword puzzle. I'm thinking the crossword puzzle, we can add it as an assignment with the screenshot. So what I'm going to do is click on here, add an assignment, and I'm going to call it new assignment. Assignment name is the word search. Sorry, badminton word search. And then what I'll have the students do is I will upload a screenshot of this. They will have to print it out and then upload a file, okay? So now we've got the shells ready, or the outline of what we're going to do. And all we've done is made an outline. And if you look, as after we've added one of these, they have gone from gray to open. So let's look at this crossword one, which is a quiz. And we're going to click on quizzes. And now it's going to pull open this editor. We're going to click over here on edit. And now what we're going to do is add our question. So the instructions are going to be, look at the file that has been uploaded, look at the crossword puzzle, and then type in the correct answer. So the questions, if we come over and look at our crossword puzzle, we're going to scroll down here. 3 across the day, similar to throwing a ball. So we're going to just take that, click on new question. I'm going to see this where it's blue and write question. I'm going to change it to 3 across. I'm going to make the answer fill in the blank. And we're going to type in similar to throwing a ball. And so we're going to go through, look at the answers, and we're going to need to put in the answers the correct way that you would want them spelled. And it will only mark it correctly if the students write it correctly and spell it correctly. So I might use all caps right here. It might be lowercase. I might type one in caps. I might do uppercase, lowercase, uppercase, lowercase for every single word, something like that. And then we're done. We're just going to click on update question. Because I haven't got the right answer saved yet, I'm just going to click cancel. Alright, so that's going to show us how to upload, get them to automatically grade this for us. So another thing we're going to need to do is get a way for them to type in these free response questions. So we've got this worksheet over here. We're going to slide it over here. You've got right over here assignments. I'm going to click on it. That's going to bring up an editor for us. And you can see badminton free response questions. What we're going to need to do is add content. So to add content to our free response questions, we're going to click on edit. And you can see the text box right here. We can write some answers like, please use complete sentences for your answers and proper grammar to get full points. Or whatever you guys want. We can edit that in a minute. It's going to want to know how many points that we want for this assignment. So I'm going to go over here, scroll down and look. And it looks like we've got 8 free response questions. So if you do 1 point per question, I'm just going to put down 8. You don't really have to do it, but you can. Display grade is points. You can click on do not count towards final grade, but since this is a review assignment, I wouldn't click it. Submission type, you can submit online or on paper, an external tool. So external tool is probably what they're going to teach us next week without letting them type the answers into Google. I'm just going to do an online submission. And then I like to use a text entry. That way they can just type straight into Canvas. Okay, so I'm going to click on that. Not a group assignment, don't require peer reviews. We're not going to seek it to Aspire because this is a makeup work assignment assigned to everyone and we don't need to worry about due dates. So when we are ready from this, we're just going to go down to the bottom and click Save. So one of the things that you can do is to get the free responses, click on Upload a New File. And if I click on this right here, I can choose a file to go ahead and upload from here, or I can click on the link and we can go back and get this link that we use for Google Documents and put in just this over here. And so you would just do it the same way that I grabbed the Google link before. You could turn it into a discussion so that people have to comment off of each other, things like that. So it's kind of a cool tool. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is make it so that everybody can edit this so that we can change it the way they want to. Say, for example, you don't like the free response questions or things like that. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. And so what I need to do is add people. And the way that I add people or other teachers is the same way that you would add a student if they wanted to make it work. So you're going to come over here and click on people. And you can see right now I'm the only person that can edit this, and I'm going to change it so that all the teachers can. So we're going to click on plus people, and I'm just going to go ahead and type in all of your emails. And you don't want to watch me do that, so I'm just going to pause the recording. So you can see I have everybody's emails now all typed in now. The next thing that we're going to need to do is to check the roles that we have for you guys. Alright, so I'm going to add you as a teacher. Understand you could be assigned as a designer or as an observer. That would be a parent. A TA if you wanted to be able to grade but not change anything, or a teacher. I'm going to add you as a teacher so that you can go ahead and choose to do this however you want. Let me scroll down. Next thing we're going to do is click Next. And it says these people are already added. And so it's going to add all of these teachers. So it says Kip got in just fine. And if you come over here now into your teacher email, you will see that you should have an email now. You'll click on Other and Twila Canvas Notices. You can click on that and you can click Accept Course. If you'll look down at the bottom, here's my course invitation from a different class. And you'll get an email that'll open something like this. And you'll need to click Get Started and you'll be able to add anything. So that's the easiest, fastest way for me to do